the westbound lanes out of the city reopen very shortly. There will still be a distraction here in the area, but it's going to hopefully reduce some of the congestion in the area. It all stems from this single vehicle rollover collision. The vehicle's behind me on its roof. 8 people in the vehicle at the time. All of them either ejected or partially ejected, all sent to hospital. One of them remains in critical condition. The other ones are still being tended to by medical professionals, waiting for updates.
How many
on their
vehicles
condition.
have spot spaces for 8
highway,
people? Not very many, so could be overloaded.
And thrown out of their vehicle and ended up on the westbound lanes of the QEW. And that's pretty significant, to be ejected from a vehicle and to be thrown onto an adjacent highway.
When we see just how violent this crash is, how long, at least maybe about 100 meters this van may have rolled and spun out of control for, what does that say to you?
Well, first of all, it's impressive to see that the safety cage is all intact. The sad thing is that the people that were inside the vehicle didn't stay inside the safety cage, and that's where seatbelts play such a vital role. So even if you have airbags and anti collision avoidance and all sorts of technological features, it's incumbent that you need to stay inside the vehicle, properly placed, so you can take advantage of the crumple zones, of the airbags. And if you're not wearing your seatbelt, you can very easily become ejected. And it does appear that at least 3 of them ended up on the other side, and others came to rest on the Toronto-bound side of the QEW, which is certainly could be devastating. No reports of any of them actually being run over, but the road conditions are perfect. The sky is sunny and clear. No line of sight issues here at all. We're looking to see whether or not there's any mechanical issues that may have contributed, but obviously human factors are going to be our priority.
Is there anything you can infer from what we're seeing at the scene now? We've got the chopper over here. You're seeing this debris field and the different skid marks, etc. Anything you can infer about what may have happened around 2:30 that started this?
Well, no. See, this is where it ended. Where we want to look at our clues is down where it began, and I looked at the tire marks over there, and you can see that the vehicle was rotating out of control. You can see the tire marks were out tracking, and the vehicle was in a counterclockwise rotation, came into contact with the steel guardrail approximately head-on, but still traveling downrange, and that's what would have caused the vehicle to trip and begin to roll over, and then tumble several times, ejecting the occupants and debris and items from the vehicle. So again, there's still a lot left to be answered, and that's why we have our collision reconstruction team here right now doing the work.
Kerry, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. So Nathan and Steph, that is the latest here. You hear the westbound lanes are in the process of sweeping up the debris, getting that cleared up and reopened to traffic very shortly. But again, eastbound traffic through Burlington from Brant Street. Basically, you can't get on the highway at Guelph line here, so it is going to still be some time before that's reopened. But a little bit of good news. And again, the other incredible factor here is when you look at that vehicle, you look at what's happened here. Nobody, Nathan and Steph, has been killed at this point. One critically injured, though. Back to you.
Yeah, still a mess there. Thanks, Nick. We're going to go live now to Amber Payne for a look at how this is impacting the roads. Amber.
Well, it's definitely been a terrible drive right through Burlington, both north and south of the QEW. So we do have this closure both directions on the QEW between Walker's Line and Guelph Line. You are able to get onto the QEW at Guelph Line, even right here on the northbound Guelph Line ramp to the eastbound QEW. That is going to be available to you, but we do have quite the delay. If you're on the westbound side of the QEW, it is solid from about Bronte, and then you'll be forced off here at Walker's Line. And just as Sergeant Schmidt was saying, hopefully they're going to get those westbound lanes reopened, but the eastbound lanes sounds like they're going to be still closed for quite some time. But you are going to find that the eastbound or Toronto-bound QEW lanes, they are jam-packed over the Burlington Skyway and all the way out to Guelph Line, where that traffic is being forced off. And again, north and south of the QEW, the surrounding routes extremely heavy, especially those that are south of the QEW, including the Lakeshore. Steph.
Right. Wow. Okay. Thanks, Amber. And we will continue to follow the situation and update you on the driving conditions.